Let's talk about how our nervous system controls audition, or the sense of hearing, which allows us to communicate, enjoy music, and stay alert to our surroundings. Hearing starts with our ears, which are intricate organs designed to capture sound waves and convert them into electrical signals. The main parts of the ear involved in hearing include the outer ear, which involves the pinna and the ear canal, which funnel sound waves to the eardrum, the middle ear, which contains the eardrum and 3 tiny bones called ossicles, the malleus, incus, and stapes, that amplify sound vibrations, and lastly, the inner ear, which contains the cochlea and auditory nerve, where sound waves are transformed into electrical signals sent to the brain. Sound waves enter the outer ear and travel down the ear canal, causing the eardrum to vibrate. These vibrations are transmitted through the ossicles in the middle ear. The stapes, the last of the 3 bones, presses on the oval window of the cochlea, creating waves in the fluid inside. The cochlea is a spiral-shaped, fluid-filled structure lined with tiny hair cells. These hair cells are the key players in converting sound vibrations into electrical signals. When the fluid in the cochlea moves, it bends the hair cells, generating electrical impulses that are sent to the brain via the auditory nerve. The journey of sound doesn't end at the cochlea. Electrical signals from the cochlea is carried through the auditory nerve to the brainstem. The brainstem then processes basic aspects of sound, such as timing and loudness. This then goes to the thalamus, which acts as a relay station, directing signals to the auditory cortex. The auditory cortex is located in the temporal lobe, where the brain processes complex aspects of sound, like pitch, volume, and location. The brain interprets different aspects of sound, namely pitch and volume. Pitch is determined by the frequency of sound waves. High-frequency waves produce high-pitched sounds, while low-frequency waves produce low-pitched sounds. Volume is determined by the amplitude of sound waves. Larger amplitudes result in larger sounds, while smaller amplitudes result in quieter sounds. Our brain can also determine the location of a sound. This ability, called sound localization, relies on the fact that sounds reach each ear at slightly different times and intensities. The brain uses these differences to pinpoint the direction and distance of the sound source. The auditory cortex is specialized for different aspects of sound processing. For example, the primary auditory cortex processes basic features of sound such as pitch and volume. The secondary auditory cortex is involved in more complex processing, such as in recognizing speech and music. When the auditory system doesn't work correctly, it can lead to hearing loss and other disorders, one of which is conductive hearing loss. This occurs when sound waves can't reach the inner ear, often due to blockages or damage to the outer or middle ear. Sensory neural hearing loss is caused by damage to the hair cells in the cochlea, or the auditory nerve, often due to aging, noise exposure, or infections. Tinnitus is a condition characterized by ringing or buzzing in the ears, often caused by damage to the auditory system. Our auditory system can adapt to different sound environments. For example, in a noisy place, our brain can filter out background noise to focus on important sounds. This ability is known as auditory adaptation. Additionally, the brain's auditory pathways are highly plastic, meaning they can change and adapt based on experience and training. Advancements in technology have significantly enhanced our ability to hear. Hearing aids and cochlear implants can help people with hearing loss by amplifying sounds or directly stimulating the auditory nerve. Future technologies may include devices that improve auditory processing and even brain-computer interfaces for hearing restoration. Alright, and there you have it, a brief intro into how our nervous system controls audition.